All right, well, I'll leave the environment issues to the Environment Minister, but one question on the domestic front and on the budget. In the first 3 months of this year, this financial year, net debt increased from around $202 billion to $221 billion. As recently as April, the Prime Minister said Australia is dealing with a debt and deficit disaster. If it was a debt and deficit disaster in April, what is it now?
Well, I'll tell you what, it is exactly that. The problem we have, Barry, is that the trajectory is still rising. Labor is standing in the way of $28 billion of savings, and our revenue is falling as a government because iron ore prices are coming off. So if you've got falling revenue, you have to reduce your expenditure. The problem is Labor is blocking that. They're even blocking their own announcements, Barry. This is extraordinary. They're blocking their own announcements on savings, and they're giving tax breaks to the 20 largest companies in Australia, and they're saying that's fine, even though when they were in government, they wanted to get rid of it. So, we are doing our best, Barry, and the only way we can start to get the budget back to surplus is to reduce expenditure, particularly given that we've got falling revenue.
But you do have a better appreciation now of how falling revenue can impact on the budget, because that is something that you disputed when Labor was in office, and that forecasts can be wrong.
Well, yes, and the problem was that Labor kept being overly ambitious in their forecasts. When we came in, we were more realistic. In fact, they said we were way too conservative. Thank God I was careful. Thank God I was prudent in relation to the forecasts, because iron ore prices have fallen much further than anyone predicted. They've fallen 30% in the last 5 months, and that has a big impact on the budget. Having said that, we will fix the problem, because we have a plan, and our plan is to get the budget back to surplus, something Labor was never able to do.
And it's true that iron ore prices have gone down, but there are swings and roundabouts in this. The dollar was at about $1.10 at one point when Labor was in office. It's now down to 87 cents. That's got to help.
Well, it can help. There are swings and roundabouts in that. But let me tell you, iron ore prices, which actually deliver the income, come in at far higher under Labor.